Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's your guy, Mr. 945, coming back at y'all with yet another video. It's been a minute, or at least it feels like it. Well, in any event, I wanted to share with you guys the new hotness. This is being touted as probably one of the best CCW concealed carry options in the micro status out there to date. The Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. Yep, that's what this is. So I know there's been like a ton of people already doing videos on it, so I figured I might as well do one too. I just picked this up for my wife, and I took it to the range. I didn't even bring it home. Took it to the range soon after I got it from my FFL. Went straight to the lane and put about 100 rounds through there. 380 ammo is ridiculously expensive, more expensive, and I don't know why, but my wife is a big fan of 380. That's my 380 lady, so she doesn't know I have this for her. So neither here nor there. But my thoughts. I did just post a recent some recent range footage with the first shots. So again, I put about 100 rounds through there. I didn't show all of that shooting or whatnot. But my thoughts. It's not for me. I'll tell you that. This is a dope CCW, right? I mean, when you talk about 380 and capacity, we are clear. 10, 12 rounds or whatnot in the mag. The trigger is pretty decent, the trigger's pretty decent, good capacity. It is very, very small. And I have big hands. So, but when I tell you it's not for me, it is not for me. And the reason why, right now, it's not for me because of the length is good, but it's super duper thin. Oh my, I cannot get over how thin this gun is. It's thin, it's lightweight, and I will like to compare it to its predecessor, Bodyguard 1.0. Again, this is my wife's gun. So we got the whole grip on there because this is thin as hell. And I know you've seen the comparisons and all of that, but just real quick, size-wise, they're roughly about the same thickness or whatnot. Length, if we go beaver tail to roughly beaver tail, they're dimension-wise, they're pretty much the same, but you're getting, this has the extended mag in there. You're getting 12 plus 1. Whereas we do apple to apple. Flush fit, 10 plus 1. I mean, they're roughly the same size because this has the pinky extender. However, this, you're only getting 6 rounds. So in order to get this capacity, you got to do something like this. 6-round mag with the, I think this is the Pro Mag. Give you 10. So yeah, you got to do something like that for the other Bodyguard or the previous one. So look at that, crazy. But yeah, and the other part too is that this is hammer fired versus striker fired, but this is the trigger pull on this one. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, but that's a false reset. You got to come all the way out with this bad boy. So, trigger is better. I will say the grip is better. Capacity is better. Slide serrations are better. Sights are better. People talking about, why don't you put a red dot? It's too thin for a red dot. And plus, this is meant to be pocket carry. You don't want to put a red dot optic gun in your pocket. Stop playing. But for me, it's still not for me. The one thing that I kind of like this version over this version is the trigger well, or the trigger guard rather. The trigger guard is a little bit bigger on this version as it is on here. Because like for me, I felt when I was shooting it, like, you know, your finger's the pad of your finger's supposed to be on the trigger like that, right? But look at that. Yeah. Even with this one's I'll say it's a little better. I don't know. The super duper micro guns for me is not it's not my thing. Some additional size comparisons of guns in this category. Smith & Wesson 642 or 442 in this case. So 38 special. 6 rounds. Oh yes, we are clear. We are clear. So size wise, not too far off. You know, length wise, they're not too much different. Even with these grips, I mean, these grips are meant to give me more purchase, but I wouldn't carry it with these grips. Yeah, so, but another alternative. This is the original Shield 2.0. But again, as far as, size-wise, 9mm versus 380. You can see the thickness right there. You can see the length. And I don't even have the mag in here, but I'll put a flush fit mag in there. And yes, there was a round in that mag, so we will not chamber. But as you can see, there's the difference there. So you definitely get a longer grip on the M&P Shield 2.0 than you do on here with the flush fit mag. But with the 12 rounder, that is really good in terms of length. For me, now to get the capacity 12 rounds, I had to, and this actually doesn't even give me 12. This gives me 10 here. So, but again, I like this a little bit better because without a additional grip or grip tape or anything like that, this fits my hand really good. This, I definitely will need like a whole grip or something like that. Again, for guys with bigger hands, you know, the Bodyguard may not be your deal. Now, ideally for me, I'm a fan of the subcompacts. This is the M&P subcompact. 9mm, we are clear, 12 rounds. But again, this is not as concealable as this, and more so even this. You know, I know you guys don't really even care about the size of this size comparison, but like this, you can, again, toss this in your pocket, in your ankle, and be good to go. This, you definitely need an inside the waistband holster. So one of the questions that I was thinking about was, will this fit in the Bodyguard holster? So here's my wife's Bodyguard, one of her holsters. So there's that. Let's see if it fits. I don't know. It does, actually. Might have to adjust it a little bit as far as the retention, but it actually fits. So, let's see, another one of her holsters. Yep. Retention's not really there, but this holsters are good for retention anyway. So that answers that question. Now, another gun that I have that is almost about the same exact footprint as this one, and I'm gonna cut it after this. I'll stop the video after this. Yes, Kimber Micro 9mm. You're only getting 6 rounds, I think, out of this, 6 or 7 rounds, but same footprint. A little bit thicker on the Kimber, which is good because they got these, I think these are whole grips on there too, or whatever, but man, that is a good grip right there. And we talking 1911 style. So yeah, this is not loaded, by the way. So yeah, all in all, Bodyguard 2.0. It's a good gun. It's a good gun. For what it is, it's a good gun. It is not for me because of the size of my hands. When Hogue does come out with like the grips for the frame, definitely would recommend getting one of those if you are on the larger side of your hands are on the larger side. But I think this is going to be a good option for folks. I'm a Smith & Wesson fan, but I am not sponsored by Smith & Wesson, although I have a lot of them. But yeah, I definitely would say if you're thinking about it, yeah, go ahead and get one. I think I paid about $360 before shipping and transfer fee for it. So it was a no-brainer for me. And I was actually looking at the LCP Max, but yeah, I said, no, you know what? Let me wait. And then I started hearing the leaking photos of the Bodyguard 2.0. And at first I thought it really was just like a Shield Plus or Shield size Bodyguard, which that would have sucked, but it wasn't. So it ended up being the same size as the regular Bodyguard. So that was cool. But yeah, I wanted to upgrade my wife's capacity from, 6+1 to 10, 12+1. And this fit the bill. This, I think between her and I, the smallest gun that we own, no. The smallest gun that we own is this Ruger LCP 22 LR. And just do a quick size comparison. I know I said I was going to cut the video, but yes, this is definitely smaller than the Bodyguard. In length, you're smaller there. However, in thickness, and this has the whole grip on there. In thickness, the LCP is actually thicker. However, with something this small, honestly, I don't even know if I would. Yeah, and that's why I was thinking about the LCP Max, but then I was back and forth because of the trigger they were talking about. But yeah, so in any event, I think this is a good option, a good pick to carry for me in the pocket. No, I don't know. Again, I would get one for myself if they have a whole grip for it. Outside of that, I probably wouldn't get one. I'll stick with my Shield. I'll stick with my Shield. But that's my take. Again, I know there's been a ton of videos on the Bodyguard 2.0. So, but a lot of people, get those directly from Smith & Wesson or what have you. Yeah, nah, I bought this with my own money. I am not sponsored. Give me my thoughts. I agree with a lot of the reviews. It's actually a pretty good gun. It's snappy, but it's small. It's a micro 380 and a 2 3/4 inch barrel. You should expect it to be snappy, but it's controllable. It's manageable. For me, look where my thumb is at. My thumb is like right there at the muzzle. So yeah, I'm on the fence for me, right? But again, for those with smaller hands, definitely a good option. If you wanted to fill your hand a little bit more, make sure you get a grip or a lot of extra grip tape. The texture on the frame itself, on the handle itself, it's not bad. It's not as rough as, you know, the Shield or the M&P compact or subcompact or the Shield. It's not as rough as that, but it's actually decent. So it's a good compromise. But you know, when you go this small, you will have to give up something, right? Again, it's not that it's not controllable. You can control it, right? You just want to make sure, because grip is everything. Grip is everything in terms of accuracy, being able to control the gun, control the recoil, all of that good stuff. So you want to make sure you have a nice firm grip on the handgun. And this one, you might, depending on the size of your hands, you might have to do a couple of tweaks in order to make sure that it fits your hand the way it needs to. But with that said, I'm gonna cut it short. I've talked entirely too long, longer than I normally like to. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you tuning in to your boy, Mr. 945. And as always, stay safe, keep practicing, and keep supporting those 2A rights. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. But in the meantime, it's your boy, Mr. 945. I'm out. Peace.